Hi friends, I'm the vegan. It's still such a great time for fruit. I got raspberries and apricots. That's my main fruit today. And I will make it in a pudding. That's what it is about today. How to get this nice texture of a pudding. I made different creams or farinas. A little psyllium husk I used to make it a little bit gross, yeah, like a farina. Like a more, yeah, some. And today I want to have something more between a farina and a cream, yeah, something in between. I guess a pudding would be like that more, yeah, not a mousse and not too gross. Something in between. So let's see. I use a banana for that, and cashews and coconut butter that has to be melted. So I show you first what I do to get the texture of the pudding. That is, here I have 3 bananas. As usual, they are ripe. And 3 bananas in slices just to make it easier to blend. And with the bananas I like to do a little bit lemon. 3 bananas, half a lemon. That's a gross measurement to make sure it's not too sour, but still enough to enhance the flavor of the banana very nicely. To me, a little bit of lemon together with the banana makes the banana really taste like banana. Isn't that strange? But it is so perfect, that flavor. But it shouldn't be too much. And at the same time, with the lemon, the banana remains light. It doesn't turn dark. So the antioxidant effect of the lemon juice, or the lemon, I use the whole lemon without the peel usually, that keeps the banana light. And what I want in the banana pudding, I don't want to have too much brown. Yeah, would have light. So that's also a good reason for me to put the vanilla in, the lemon in, and then the cashew that makes it creamy. In general, if I blend bananas with nuts or seeds, here these are maybe 1/3 of a cup of cashews, maybe 3 tablespoons or so. The measurements is not so important here. Doesn't need to be too much cashews. Doesn't need to be much because it's just to make it really creamy. Yes, this silken texture. Banana as such, yeah, by itself blended, turns pretty runny into a cream. And if I put some nuts or seeds in it, then the banana turns into something more silken, a little bit thicker, a very nice creamy effect. Goes a little bit in the direction of the pudding, but it's not like pudding. I wouldn't describe the pudding in a different way. I don't know how now, but that's what I say now. The nuts makes it very nice and silken more. And now, what I guess would be the pudding effect that comes from the coconut butter. So it's not coconut oil, so there's more texture in it, more fiber, more of the coconut. It's more like a whole coconut, the coconut oil, butter. The oil would be, also has to be made onto hot water to get it liquid. Liquefies when it's a little bit warmer than room temperature. So I put it on a hot water bath like this. Here is a glass, a cup of water, yeah, just below the coconut butter, and it melts down in 10 minutes or so. The coconut oil would melt down very quickly, almost immediately, and has a very light color. It's translucent, transparent. The coconut butter, as you see, remains white. The coconut butter I prefer in general because there's the fiber in there. If I take the coconut oil, we have only the oil without any fiber. That is not good. It's a pure fat, almost pure fat, and that is not healthy. It can cause some problems in the body, whereas as soon as the fiber is in there, like in the coconut butter, we have no problem with the fat. Yeah, I mean, you can always have too much fat, and then you get fat. Yeah, that's not good, of course, but not primarily a health problem. What I'm talking about is the thing that causes diabetes when it goes into the bloodstream and blocks the nutrients from going into the muscle cells. The fat can block that. And the pure fat would do that, the oils. But the coconut butter is not pure. There is a fiber in there from the coconut. That is no problem. So that's what I began to blend now. The vanilla. I have a half a teaspoon of vanilla here, just to give it a little bit of vanilla flavor. Put it into you can take any kind of vanilla. I have this powder that's very nice. And a little bit of water just to get the blender going. I can always add water later if I think it should be more creamy, more runny. The texture is here the main thing here today. I'm pretty tricky about it here. But now the blender dance, and let's see what it turns into. Cashews have not been soaked, and so I can blend a little bit longer. It doesn't really matter because pudding can always be a little warm. It will cool down anyway, and will firm up a little bit anyway after the blending when it's ready, because the cashews have not been soaked, so they have a little bit more potential to soak some water in, and that makes it thicken. So let's see what it tastes like. I like the texture. It's pretty okay here at the first sight. Wow, very good. Banana cashew is pretty good. A little bit of lemon, that's okay. And the vanilla, of course, is there. And the coconut butter, it will change the texture after cooling down. And before it does, I will bring it all into my bowl. I need here that scraper. It is soft and it can reach into the blender, And so I will show you afterwards when I've all done here. Show you what it looks like. You can watch me here. The texture, you see, it is pretty runny still. It will firm up a little bit as it gets colder. You can put it in the refrigerator. Maybe for half an hour or so, for then will the coconut butter will firm in the cold. Get pretty hard. So let's see what it does to the texture of that pudding here. This is all I need to do now. I will show you what it looks like. Here, this is here the base of my pudding. See? As I said, it will firm up a little bit more because of the coconut butter. And I'm very curious what it will be like. But first now, I put my fruit in. That was this thing that motivated me to make this pudding today. I have two variations of fruit. So this is my main fruit. And the third part is the pudding. So I combine these two, and together I have three parts again. So this is apricots. They are a little bit sour and super delicious. I noticed when the apricot is a little bit sour, then there is a lot of flavor potential in the apricot. It ripens with the time and gets more and more intense in the flavor. So if I go to the shop and buy some apricots, I always wonder, how can I determine if they are nice or not? Sometimes apricots are not really telling anything because they are so, not sour enough. These are sour, have been sour, and now they are ripening, and they're really getting more and more delicious. So it's wonderful. And here, I don't need to talk about raspberries. They are beyond beautiful and super delicious. And I guess together, it's a perfect combination. I had the immediate intuition that I could use the apricots together with the raspberries. I do that now. I combine all the apricots with my vanilla pudding, and I take some of the raspberries in there too, and I will keep some of the raspberries for decoration. It's so nice. I'm really looking forward to that. So I have here, you can see, raspberries, apricots and vanilla pudding. Kindly enjoy. Thanks for watching. You also may subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube if you like. I have another recipe every single day. And you can also see me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. I hope to see you soon.